Okay, let's solve this equation. And what type of equation is this? Well, it says right here, this is an exponential equation, and that is correct. Now, why is this an exponential equation? Well, it's an exponential equation because the variable x is right up here sitting in the exponent. So we're going to have to use our knowledge of logarithms to solve this exponential equation. I'm going to talk more about that here in a second. But this level of math is going to be probably like the Algebra 2, college algebra, intermediate algebra, pre-calculus. So if you're taking one of these courses, you're probably studying exponential functions, logarithms, and whatnot. And it's very, very critical that you understand how to work with logarithms and exponential functions because they're very, very widely used, important, and you're going to need your calculator as well. So we'll talk about that here in a second. And on your calculator, the buttons that we're going to be using are the LOG button. So if you ever wondered what that is, well, that's the common logarithm, but we're actually going to be using this LN button. That's the natural logarithm. You can use both for this particular problem, but these are the buttons that we're going to be using on your calculator. So if you want to kind of follow along, you'll definitely need your calculator. Okay, I think on most cell phones, if you take your calculator app, and, you can probably turn that into like a scientific mode. But I wouldn't. You may or may not be able to do that. I don't know if there's apps out there that I'm sure there are that provide like a scientific calculator for your cell phone. That's fine. However, if you're at this level of math right here, you absolutely need a scientific. Matter of fact, you probably want to get a graphing calculator as well. But anyways, we're going to talk about all this stuff and exactly how to solve this exponential equation in just 1 second. But first, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher. And over several years, I've constructed what I like to believe is one of the best online math help programs there is. Now, of course, that's a pretty bold statement, and I'll let you be the judge of that. If you're interested, you can check out my math help program by following the link in the description of this video. But basically, I have 100 plus different math courses ranging from pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, pre-calculus, and I have many, many courses in the area of test preparation. So those would include the GED, SAT, ACT, GRE, GMAT, ASVAB, AccuPlacer, ALEX exam, teacher certification exam, nursing school entrance exam, end of course exams, a ton of different type of exams that people have to take. Um, and guess what they all have in common? Math. So someone out there thinks math is pretty important. If you don't do well in the math section, you don't do well on these exams. So let me help you prepare. Just go to my site, check out my full course catalog. If I don't have your exam that you're studying for, drop me a line and I'll help you out the best I can. I also do a lot with homeschooling. So if you homeschool, I have a great homeschool learning program. And then obviously help those of you having a tough time in your current math courses. Now, if you truly want to improve and learn math, and if you're serious about this, now if you're not serious about this, just disregard this part. But if you're truly serious about improving or learning math, and you got to be serious about note taking, there are no shortcuts. I've been teaching math for decades, and the one thing I can point to with consistency are those students who have fantastic, excellent, amazing notes. They almost always do super, super good. And the reverse is true. Those students who are like me, way back in the good old 1980s, and what was I doing then? I was taking notes, but they were notes like this. Hey, Billy, what are we doing this weekend? And then, yeah, we're doing this and this and that. And then when the teacher looked at me, I was pretending that I was writing down math or whatnot. And if I had a cell phone back in those days, I don't even think I would have graduated because cell phones are awesome, but they're completely distracting. I was already distracted enough. The name of the game in terms of learning anything or being successful in anything is focus. All right. You got to be highly focused in mathematics. There's too much information. And the one activity that will keep you focused is note taking. Just be paying attention consistently, writing things down, and make your notes, something that you can use, which is like, hey, I want to study for them and learn from my notes because when I'm away from math class, my teacher's not going to be there. All right, so as you're improving your note taking, you can use my notes to study from, and those would include pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, and trigonometry. You can find the links to those notes in the description of this video. All right, so here is our awesome equation. And if you're at any one of these levels of math I just talked about, algebra 2, college algebra, pre-calculus, you should be able to handle this problem fairly easy. So if you want to pause the video and do this real quick to see if you can get the right answer, I would definitely encourage that. But let's get into it. Okay, so here is just a reminder. Right now we're dealing with an exponential equation, all right? All right, why is this an exponential equation? Because we have this little x up here, okay? It's in the exponent spot. So we're trying to determine, what the value of this is. So this is an exponential equation. We need to recognize that. So if you see an exponential equation, you need to be thinking, I have to use logarithms to solve, okay? So when we're dealing with an exponential equation, think logarithms. You're going to have to apply logarithms to solve. Now, the reverse is true. If you see a logarithmic equation, all right, log x plus 2 equals 9, something like that, guess what? You're going to have to use exponents to solve. Now, why is that? Well, exponential and logarithmic equations, those functions are inverse functions of one another. Okay, there's a relationship here. All right, so again, if you see exponential equations, you're going to have to apply your knowledge of logarithms. Now, the type of knowledge you're going to need is you're going to need to understand the properties of logarithms. You're going to have to know how to deal with using your log and ln buttons. So typically when you're solving exponential equations, this is after you covered everything you have learned previously about logarithms. So anything I'm going to talk about here, if you're not quite understanding, then you need to brush up on this stuff. So again, let's get into the actual problem, and then you can kind of determine what you need to brush up on. Okay, so here is our lovely exponential equation. We're like, oh, it's an exponential equation. I need to use logarithms. All right, so now what logarithms do we need to use? Well, we're going to have to use our calculator, and you only have two choices here. You have the log and the ln button. You can use either one. You'll get the same answer, okay? But what we have to do, the first step is we have to take the log of both sides. We have to take the logarithm of both sides. Again, I could use the common logarithm or the natural logarithm. And typically I would use the common logarithm. Normally you'd like to use that ln when you're dealing with a base e. So if I had like e to the x plus 1 is equal to 7, I would definitely take the ln of both sides, okay? Because this is the natural logarithm. It's the logarithm with base e. Okay, again, if you want to know more about this, I would encourage you to check out like my college Algebra 2 course, my pre-calculus course. I teach this extensively, but I also have a lot of videos on this in my Algebra 2 pre-calculus playlist on my YouTube channel as well. All right, so again, either one of these would work, but I'm going to go ahead and use the ln button, okay? All right, so we're going to take the ln of both sides. So that's going to look like this, ln parentheses 3, 2 minus 5x equals ln of 11. Now, one thing you need to kind of always be mindful of is when you have the log of a number, like log 7, ln 11, okay? These are actual numeric values, okay? You can go into your calculator and, type this stuff in. You're going to get some decimal, okay? Typically, you're going to get some number, some value. So when I'm looking at ln 11, this is just now a number, but I'm not going to convert this into an actual number. I'm going to leave this as ln 11 because I'm going to work to get an exact value. I'm not even going to use my calculator at this point. I said that you needed your calculator, and you should have your calculator available because you might be looking for a decimal answer. But just so you know that ln 11 is an actual numeric value. So in your brain, you'd be thinking, oh, that's just a number, okay? All right, so now we have ln of 3, 2 minus 5x. What do I do here? Well, this is where we have to know about the property of logarithms. So let me just show you right here. If I have 2x is equal to 9, all right, and I take the log of both sides, or the ln of both sides, log of 2 to the x, right here, there's a property of logarithms that says when I write a log, okay, log of a power, okay, I have a base and an exponent, I can bring that little exponent down right there, x log 2. This is a hugely important property of logarithms, okay, and you need this is the key to be able to solve these exponential equations. So again, when I was talking about, you should already understand these properties of logarithms. So now I'm taking ln of both sides, And the ln of 3 to 2 minus 5x is going to allow me to drop this exponent expression down in front, okay? So I just showed you why that was that property. So this is 2 minus 5x times ln 3 equals ln 11. Now, check this out. ln 3, remember, this is just a number, okay? And this is just a number as well. Remember, I could just get decimal values for this, but I'm going to leave them as so. So now we're talking about a basic algebra equation, okay? What if I gave you this equation? 2 minus 5x equals 7, times 7 equals 13, okay? Well, you should be able to solve this. Of course, if you're at this level of math, you should be able to solve this equation, and that's effectively what this is, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and divide the equation now, both sides of the equation by ln3. ln3, let's kind of start isolating. Remember, I want to solve for x. So if I divide both sides by ln3, I get 2 minus 5x equals ln 11 over ln3. Again, no need for us to go into our calculator and manipulate this because I'm going to get an exact answer. Okay, so to solve for x, I just need to do my basic algebra here. I'm going to subtract both sides of the equation by 2, and I get negative 5x equals ln 11 over ln 3 minus 2. Okay, we're just kind of following the steps here. And now at this point, to solve for x, I can multiply everything by negative 1/5, right, which is the same thing as divided by negative 5. So I got to multiply this by negative 1/5 and this guy over here by negative 1/5 as well. And when you do that, you get x is equal to negative, all right, we got our ln 11. This is now negative because I'm multiplying by negative 1/5 over 5 ln 3. And now negative times negative is going to be positive 2/5. And this is perfectly fine. This is an exact answer right here. Okay, if you gave this to me on a test, I would give you a happy face with a 1983 Mohawk, an A plus, 100%. I'd say pretty good. Okay, you must be watching that guy on YouTube. So nice job, right? No need to go into our calculator and actually, produce, get the decimal version of this, right, or decimal approximation, but you need to still know how to do that. Okay, you need to know how to work with your calculator and understand these buttons. So depending on what kind of form your teacher wants the answer, whether they want a decimal approximation or an exact form, is what counts. Okay, so this is a basic exponential equation. And certainly for those of you that are studying this level of math, you're going to need to know this stuff. Okay, but just remember, keep in mind, anytime you see an exponential equation, you're going to have to be thinking logarithms, which means you need to know quite a bit about logarithms. Logarithms are awesome. Okay, so listen, way back in the good old days, before you had a calculator, so I'm talking anyone who went to, let's say, school, maybe like definitely in the 60s, 70s, and even up into the 80s, even though we were using kind of scientific calculators in the 80s. But even then, they were teaching how to use tables, log tables on the back of your old school math textbooks. You don't really have this anymore. You'd have all these tables. Some books have them, but not many anymore. You have all these like tables, and you have to go look this stuff up and then do all this hand calculation to actually, find the logs and trigonometric functions, sine, cosine. And I mean, that made math even that much more fun. So, be thankful that your little scientific calculator and your graphing calculators are like supercomputers these days. Pretty amazing. But again, you can't be overly dependent upon that because the computer you need to work is this one right here. Okay, this is the guy that trumps all other computers. All right. So, all right. So if this little video helps you out, okay, your like quick review on exponential equations, then please consider smashing that like button. That helps me out. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, have over 1,000 plus videos, basic to advanced mathematics. My goal is to try to teach math in a clear and understandable way. Okay, nobody should be failing math, all right? If you're doing your part, taking great notes, talking to your teacher, working hard, there's so many resources out there today. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so if you like my teaching style, please take advantage of all the videos I've made. That's what I made them for, is to help people out. But again, my best math help will be within my math help program. Okay, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.